What's up everybody, it's Cheddar Chaz, and today we're going to be talking about keyframes and how to use them in your videos. So let's roll that intro. Okay, so welcome back guys. Now we're going to talk about what keyframes are. First, I want to let you guys know that keyframing is very important when it comes to videography or making videos. So if you want to get started, or if you're already started or starting videos, keyframing is going to be very important. So what is keyframing? Let's talk about it. Bow! I got my laptop right here so we can talk about it and then go over what keyframes are. Never mind, it's dead. So I'm going to charge this. Give me a second and then we'll get back to it. So when you're shooting videos, keyframes are used to change effects over time. So if you're trying to scale a video up, or scale it back down, you're using keyframes to do that. If you're trying to switch the opacity on a video to make it see-through, you use keyframes to do that. So they work for any effects, and that's what we're about to get into. If keyframing sounds hard to you, or whatever I'm saying sounds kind of intimidating, it's not. Trust me, it's very easy. You need to understand the basics, and then from there, you can get creative with keyframes and make even your own effects or do things your own way. Okay, so now the first thing we're going to do is go into Premiere, and what I've done is I went to the effects tab right here, typed in blur, drag, directional blur. Really, you can drag any of these effects. Like I said, keyframing works with any effect. So I dragged the directional blur right here on the clip, and you can see in the effects and controls tab that I have the directional blur right here. So what we're going to do now is the first thing you want to do when you start keyframing is make sure that these stopwatches, you see all these effects have stopwatches next to them, and that's how you begin a keyframe. So I'm going to go down to blur length and directional blur, because what I want to do is I want to blur the beginning of this clip and then have it come out of the blur as time goes on. So I'm going to go down to blur length, make sure that the cursor is at the beginning or the starting point wherever you want the effect to take place, and then click that stopwatch and you'll see it highlight blue. Now you'll see that there's a little keyframe right there that's like in a diamond shape right there, and you'll see another one when I make another one. So I have a keyframe set here saying when this clip starts that the blur length will be at 0, which is right here. So when I take the cursor and scroll over to, let's say, let's zoom out a little bit. There we go. So let's say I want it to be completely blurred at 1 second. That's good enough. So what I want to do is go back to the blur length and then change the blur, and you'll see that the video gets super blurry right here. Now if I drag backwards, you see that it won't get blurry anymore. It'll clear up, it'll blur up, and then if I drag it back, it's clear. So it'll blur, it'll clear. So this is how keyframes work. Like I said, we start from 0, go all the way to 1 second, it gets blurry, and then I want it to be clear again. So let's say, let's drag this out some more. You can, like I said, you can see those keyframes right there. That's a keyframe, that's a keyframe. They're like little diamond shapes. So let's say I take the cursor and then scroll, say 2 seconds, so like 2 seconds. Alright, and then to set it back to normal, you can hit this, reset parameter. They all have them, and then it'll take you right back to the original setting, which is 0 for any effect. So instead of having to drag this number all the way back to 0 or whatever it was before. So if I go back and I play this, you see it'll blur and then clear back up. I can drag the cursor so you can see in slow-mo. So we have this first keyframe set to 0, and you can see these numbers right here as I drag the cursor. It'll go all the way up to 69, and then it will drop back down to 0 because this keyframe right here is set to 0, and so is this one, but this one is at 69. So it's going from 0 to 69. We hit 69, and we drop all the way back down to 0, and that's how keyframes work. Keyframes aren't just used for Premiere; they're used for After Effects. I think Final Cut uses them, and other higher movie editors should have keyframes in them. Like I said, it's a very powerful tool that you can use for all the effects, any effects you want to apply to your videos, and they really help. So learn those. If you guys have any questions about them, or you can't understand anything, or it's really hard, just drop a comment below, and I'll get back to you with the best help for you. Give me a thumbs up if this video helped you out. Really appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't already. go watch all my other videos. I'll link some more at the end of this video. So again, thanks you guys for watching. It's Cheddar Chess. I'll catch you guys next Thursday.